Good afternoon. It is February the 7th, 2018. Time to wrap it up for today and take a look at tomorrow. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations, unlike an actual performance record. Simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, results may be under, over, or compensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the factor designed with benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, we had a pretty good day of calling where the Emini might be headed. We first sell was 99. Our number two sell was 99 to 04. We do like our number twos. Then we said 17. It actually turned out to be 16. Then we said 27, and on a 1 point increments it turned out to be 26. So we caught this first high right up here. We went up to 6, got up to 16 or 17 on that one, then I think we got up to 26 on that number. So structure wise, we knew where the market was. We thought today we had a pretty good chance of trading around the 86 area, and you can see starting out that's exactly what the market was doing. So we've had a pause day yesterday with a lot of range. Today we had another pause day. The market's looking for resistance. So right now we've got like 25, 50, maybe 27, 60 is potential range. And I think we have to have another test of support before the market can get back up and have a shot at taking out that 27.50 to 60 area. So the signals worked fine. Retest failure, buy. This buy right here was a positive trade. Retest failure right there, positive. S produced a little. Then we chopped, and the S produces a lot. Little triple bottom, retest failure, plus. Retest failure, plus. Retest failure, plus. Retest failure, plus. And then if you're not trading for V bottoms, you miss that trade down there. So pretty good trading off of our normal setups. And the reason these things work so well is that they're based on patterns and that capture certain dynamics and phenomena, like retest failures, retest of support or resistance, and the S or B, the market is trending, or conditions are right for it to trend. And so we bring a pretty strong template to the market when we start to trade. Here's our 27.25 right there. And if we look at the spill right here, you can see the 27.60. So 25, my guess is, just looking at it symmetry wise, that you're probably 27.60 is a little bit better place for resistance than maybe 27.25. We'll have to see if that's actually true or not. But just from a symmetry standpoint, that looks a little bit better to me than 27.25. Higher low, higher high. F1 says you can be a buyer. We should have a pretty strong. Well, it's getting weaker. We did have a fairly strong P. We had our move out of the middle in H. Put it all together, and that's where it is. So it's still leaning P, not super strong. So we'll see what happens. So right now, if the market were to close right now, we don't have much in the way of news. We would be selling 4s to 6s, and then we'd be selling 14s to 16s. On the buy side, we would be trying to buy the 90-92 area. And the 80 to 82 area. Take a look now at the note. Nobody thought the auction was any good. Bid to coverage was really very, very weak. Lower high, lower low on F1. Find a place to sell it. Looks like we probably started a new distribution lower in I period today, so I don't expect we'll see the low till London or early in tomorrow's session for the 30-year, and maybe not then. I always do an I split because of the auction, but you can see right here that dealing with B's behind us, get a move out of the middle, and Z period got to be right there. So this market is pointed lower, and it got a pretty good shot at retesting current low in the 2016-2020 area. So based on this, we're at 30, selling 31s to 3s for London, 7 to 11, number 2. Buying 25 to 29, buy 1. I think that's going to be pretty easy to get. And then 17 to 21, that's the area that we're most interested in getting long. Right down here, number 2. Looking at the 30-year, weak auction, so I'm going to do an I split just to kind of keep us in there. So 20 to 24 is number 1. Sell 27s to 31s. And 3 to 7. On the buy side, we'll make 8 to 12, number 1. Buy 1 to 5, where we were this morning. That was our second buy. And then 21 to 25 for buy 2. Looking at gold, got hammered. We talked about 13.12 was the attractor. I think we'll probably hit it in London off of Sonny's work. A strong dollar, weak gold. So the move out of the middle started yesterday. Lower high, lower low today. Still selling, and then you can see the big numbers down there at 1280. And there's our 13.12. Now gold, when we've had a trend day, and we had one yesterday, tends to get a little bounce. So based on what we saw yesterday, maybe this 20 to 22 areas, sell 1. 24, 26, sell 2. 13 to 15, buy 1. 9 to 11, buy 2. Crude oil smashed, hell of a rally as the shorts covered into the close. But nobody wanted crude today. And we did have a report that was pretty bearish. So lower high, lower low, find a place to sell it. And 62 is kind of one of those round numbers. Now crude quite often just puts in, they have a trend day down, and then the next day it'll come back and retrace some of that. So selling against 62, that's the obvious point. So 62, 62.25, sell 1. And then 50 to 75, sell 2. On the buy side, 61.50 to a quarter, buy 1. 61 even, 60.75, buy 2. And the euro Charles Ortel, I put it in the room last week, was talking about the fact that our tax law has changed, and you're only taxed once in the territory where you sell the product. You're not taxed twice in the United States as it's been. And he was talking about Europe is gone. And if you're a multinational that's headquartered in Europe, with all the immigration problems, all the rioting, all the rules and regulations, etc., the change in that tax law is tremendous incentive for European multinational companies to at least build a backup headquarters facility in the United States and to move more of their manufacturing to the United States. And he said no one had really talked about that change in the tax law and its potential ramifications. And I thought that was very interesting. When the tax law passed, I think the corporate change in tax rate has potentially more impact than the personal tax cuts that Reagan did. And we'll see if that actually happens. So the euro, they want the euro lower so they can export outside the European Union, lower high, lower low, find a place to sell it. And last rotate up stopped at 11. We're at 98. This is very, very aggressive, so we'll just make it 10 to 25 based on right now. And then 45 to 55 for sell 2. Pick up that area. 22.75 buy 1. 22.50 buy 2. And that does it for this February the 7th, 2018. I will see you all bright and early in the morning. Y'all have a great evening. And hopefully we got a ton of volatility to work with tomorrow. It certainly makes it easier to trade and a lot easier to make your business plan. I'm out of here.